Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Birminology on LettermenRow.com. My name is Jeremy Birmingham. I am your host. Today on the show is Jaylen Johnson, a 2021 defensive back linebacker prospect from Cincinnati La Salle High School. Jaylen, thank you for joining the show. I really appreciate you being here.
No problem.
Hey, let's just go back to the moment that your recruiting star sort of rose a little bit. And that was in June at the Ohio State one-day camp on the campus of the Ohio State University. You were working that day with Al Washington. And I guess at that time, sort of the beginning stages of this bullet position that Ohio State's developing. So what was that day like for you? I mean, when you went into the building that day, when you got to camp, was there any expectation for you that was the day you were going to get an Ohio State football offer? Because I know you have 12 offers. I know that you're a player that, you're a top 10 player in Ohio, according to most people, but Ohio State is different, right?
Yes, sir. I knew coming into that camp, this is my mindset personally, like everywhere I go, I'm the best player here, and I'm going to show the coaches why. And I've been talking to Ohio State before I got that offer, but I knew they had to see me perform and play in order for me to actually receive an offer from Ohio State. So I knew coming in what my mindset was and what I had to get.
What did you do that day that I guess caught their eye the way that it did? I mean, I know there's a lot of talented players around you, in that sort of environment, and obviously Al Washington was working out a handful of really good players. But it was you and then Bryce Steele, a defensive back prospect from Virginia, who got offered that day. And what was the feedback that you got as far as why you had sort of separated yourself in that setting?
Coach Washington told me one thing, and he said I'm one of the most hardest workers he's ever seen. And Coach Halfley's told me that too. So knowing coming into that camp, I was going to work hard, show the coaches I can run, jump, and move my hips, and just play football.
Was there a moment? Was there an inclination, I guess, on your part to say, "Hey, this is the offer of offers," right? I mean, it's Ohio State. You're an Ohio kid. Was there any moment where you were like, "Maybe I should take this today," or was it always in the plan for you to sort of stay level, stay even keeled, and play this process out a little bit?
I was talking to my father about the situation, and he was like, we came into an agreement that I should play the process out. He was like, I want you to experience your full high school career. So he was like, don't rush anything. If you know where home is in the heart, that's all that matters.
And now that you're 3 months away, 3 months removed, I guess, from when that offer happened, Ohio State can now contact you officially because it's after September 1st of your junior year. How is the relationship with Al Washington, with Jeff Halfley, with Ryan Day? How has that relationship grown in the last month leading up to the Michigan State game where you're visiting for that game?
Our bond has always been strong. Through the whole summer, I've talked to Coach Washington and Coach Halfley. But now, since I'm officially a junior, we talk and text every day. It's not a time where I'm not either texting Coach Day or Coach Washington.
Is that rare, I guess? Is that circumstance something that's repeated with other schools? Are there other schools that you've gotten to know in this process while you're starting to play things out?
Yes, sir, it is. Ohio State is not the only school that I talk to on a daily basis.
Who else do you hear from the most?
I talk to UC. Me and Coach Freeman talk a lot. I talk to Purdue a lot. Currently, I'm starting to build a relationship with Northwestern. And Coach Payton, we talk a lot. And it's just like the UK Division backs coach, Coach Klink, he coached me in Little League. So me and his son are real cool. We talk a lot.
Has it been hard to for your friends and family? I mean, I don't know. You're in Cincinnati. 10, 15 years ago, Cincinnati used to be Cincinnati, Kentucky in a lot of people's minds. And recruits from that area didn't always end up at Ohio State. But lately, it seems like more and more players from that region have made the move to Ohio State when they've had the opportunity. Is there a pressure from any part of your life to make that decision and stay home?
No, there's no pressure at all. If I wanted to stay home, I would most definitely stay home. I'm not saying that I don't. I'm not saying that I...
You are one of the top 10 players in the state of Ohio in the class of 2021, as mentioned. You're players in that class like Reed Carrico and Jack Sawyer and Jaden Ballard and Ben Chrisman who are already committed to Ohio State. Has that group started to reach out to you to try to get to know you a little bit? I mean, if they are, what is their approach?
No, so I really don't talk to any of the 2021 commits, but like some of the 2020 commits, like Jake Seibert and Joe Royer, we're cool. Like Seibert goes to my school, Royer goes to Elder. We talk on a daily basis. Like, that's my boy.
Yeah, there are 5 Ohio State commitments from Cincinnati in the class of 2020. Is that sort of trend? Is that something that you see and go, hey, maybe I can talk to these guys and bounce some ideas or figure out, what they see up there?
Yeah, like Cyber talks to me all the time about me committing to Ohio State because he was like, he wants to continue to play with me because we played all the way through high school. He wants to continue to play through college, and he's just like giving me little hints and ideas of how Ohio State is improving and things like that in that nature.
I think that's an interesting point about improving because obviously you are a student of the game. You watch football. I assume you spent some time watching the Ohio State defense a year ago. I assume that Al Washington and Jeff Hafley, who when they began recruiting you, told you things are going to be different. Things are going to be different. What have you seen to tell you that what they've said is true, and knowing that they've made good on that kind of promise, that sort of, I guess, guarantee, does that help you gain trust in them in any other way?
Yeah, it does, because you can tell it's a difference from last year's defense to this year's defense. It's like this year's team is a different all around. It's like they wanted more. Like, they have something to prove this year, and like the defense is just electrifying. Like, they are flying to the ball. They don't stop. They barely make mistakes. If they do, it's minor. They have one of the best defensive linemen in the league that's going to go a top round pick with Chase Young. They have some of the best defensive backs in the league, and we all know Ohio State is known to produce defensive backs in the league.
Are you a player that likes to play in the secondary more than the thought of playing up and maybe in the will type linebacker position?
Well, that's my weakness that I have to work on. I'm not good engaging with blocks and linemen as I am as good as playing in open space and creating moves and just like letting things happen.
Sure. How do you get better at that? What are you doing to work on that?
In this whole offseason, I've worked on my strength. Like, I was always a strong kid, but I knew it's people that's bigger, faster, stronger than me, so I was going to have to up my work movement and my dedication. So this year I got on a workhorse. Wherever they need me to play, I would play, and at whatever school I go to.
So right now, for those who are watching and listening this, whether it's on YouTube or as a podcast or anything else, this is actually Thursday night we're recording this. This is not going to be aired till Monday. That is the power of the internet. But this coming weekend, you're visiting Ohio State for the Buckeyes hosting Michigan State. What are you hoping to see in person, and what type of things are important for you as far as an on-campus visit goes? I mean, what sort of... Obviously, you're not spending a whole lot of time with the coaching staff because they're game planning and doing that, but what are you really looking to see when you make a campus visit?
Well, this will be my second time going to one of Ohio State's games. I've been to the UC game, and like that day, they showed me leadership was the main thing that I heard. The main word that I heard that whole day was leadership. Like, once it's time to lock in, there's no talking, no playing, nobody's on their phone. They're locked in. So, like, Ohio State is taking things very seriously now. And, like, they show me all the love that I really could ask for. So it's nothing really that I need when I go on this visit. I just want to see them have another shutout, hopefully. Is
the environment that important for a recruit? I mean, I know you went to the UC game. It was a 42-0 game. It was loud at times in the early part of the game. The second half was kind of let's call it what it is. It was a little boring in the second half. Like, as a recruit, does the energy in the stadium matter the most? Does the love you get from other recruits matter the most? Does the attention from the coaches matter the most? Like, what really drives the the juice, I guess, for you in when you're seeing coaches and players and stuff like that?
Well, like, I love the atmosphere of schools that I attend. So, like, of course, the environment is going to drive me the most. Like, I love when it's 4th and 5, defense on the field to make a big stop. Of course, I'm going to want the students and fans behind me. They get you pumped. They get you ready to make a big play. The coaches and the recruits always be there. That's a bond that you're going to make for life. But it's nothing like having those fans behind you.
Is there, I mean, I know you've said consistently, and we talked the day that you received your offer from Ohio State, but and periodically over the last handful of months, but has there started to become or have you started to form, I guess, any sort of timeline for when you think a decision could ultimately come? Or is this just going to be one day you wake up and you're like, all right, you know what, I'm done and I'm ready?
I've told every reporter that I will be committing on my father's birthday of next year, which is May 22nd. So that's the day the news will be dropped.
So you're going to have 5, 6, 7, 8 more months of learning about schools, about going on visits, about taking official visits and all that stuff. What is it that you need to really learn or gain or see or appreciate in a school to know leading up into May that that's the right place for you?
Well, it's not about it's about my academics first. That's one thing I'm looking into because I know I won't always have a football career. So, like, things I want to major in, if I don't major in business and engineering, I would like to be a sports analyst, something involving with sports, because that's something I've always been good at. Like, I can be a reporter, anything you need. Or if I do major in business and engineering, I'll look to that too.
So academics is obviously the key. As far as football goes, does the position that teams see you in matter? I know you said you'd be willing to play anywhere, but the reality is you're an athlete. You have preferences and what you think that you are best at. Does that kind of stuff matter? Is it about early playing time? Is it about a chance to get to the league? I mean, what ultimately is there a combination of things that you like, I got to check off this, and this?
Well, I do like when coaches recruit me as a safety, but if you need me to play linebacker, yes, I would take my time to work at it, get better at it, and play it to help the team improve. I care about starting as a freshman, but I know coming in it's not going to be easy, so I can take my time and to get better and learn everything about the defense or about how I'm supposed to do this and that. And the league will come when it comes. So I'm not going to rush it.
For you, as you finish out this junior season, what are your personal goals, and what are you hoping to still achieve with La Salle this season? Where are you guys at in your year right now?
We're currently 5-0. We're taking everything game by game, day by day. We're not worried about nobody else later on the season. We're worried about Moeller this Friday, and that's all. And my personal goals are to make first team GCL. Last year I came up short and made second as a sophomore. Lead my team in every statistic that we have on defense. Win state this year. That's the main team goal that we have.
So just a few small goals then, huh?
Yeah.
Well, look, Jaylen, I really appreciate you taking some time tonight. I look forward to seeing you on the field at Ohio Stadium on Saturday. Thanks for being a part of this episode of Birminology on Lettermen Row. For Lettermen Row, I'm Jeremy Birmingham. That is Jaylen Johnson. We thank you so much for watching, and have a great time.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe below to get the latest videos from Lettermen Row.
We got Lettermen Live, we've got the practice report, we got rapid reaction. Hey, and we got Buckeye Q with Zach Bourne.
For sure. We got recruiting breakdowns with Berm. We got whatever you need. Ohio State football and Ohio State athletics, we've got you covered here at Lettermen Row.